continue to make a difference in driving global business activities. Ladies and gentlemen, before I close, I would like to thank our partners for making today's event possible. I hope you enjoy meeting up with old friends and making new friends today. Let us work together to create a future that brings prosperities and opportunity to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Peter Lam, for your warm welcome as well as a wonderful speech. Now we believe that today many new friendships will be formed as you catch up with your old friends. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me much honor to invite our next speaker to take the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please give your loudest round of applause as we welcome Yang Berhormat Anthony Loke, the Transport Minister of Malaysia, to be on stage and deliver his address.
Thank you to the MC. Mr. John Lee Ka-chiu, Chief Executive of Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Yang Berhormat Liew Chin Tung, Deputy Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, Malaysia. His Excellency Mr. Ouyang Eugene, Ambassador of China to Malaysia. Tan Sri Datuk So Tien Lai, President of National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Malaysia, and President of Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers. Dr. Peter Lam, Chairman of the Hong Kong Trade Development Center. Before I begin, let me say a few words in Cantonese to welcome our guests from Hong Kong. 本人非常之高興代表馬來西亞政府，非常之歡迎香港特首李家超先生同埋所有來自香港嘅貴賓，歡迎嚟到吉隆坡。First and foremost, I want to express my gratitude to the Hong Kong Trade Development Council for extending this gracious invitation for me to participate in this momentous occasion. It is an honor to stand before this gathering of influential business leaders from Malaysia and Hong Kong, who are united in their shared pursuit of deeper bilateral economic ties and cultural exchanges. The bonds of friendship between our regions have grown stronger over the years. I am particularly delighted to welcome His Excellency Mr. John Lee, Chief Executive of Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, who leads this distinguished business delegation to Malaysia. Your presence here exemplifies the importance both sides place on fostering a relationship that will undoubtedly lead us towards shared prosperity and progress. Malaysia and Hong Kong and China, of course, share a very strong bond and relationship, particularly among the Malaysian Chinese community. I think I can speak on behalf of many Malaysian Chinese that we grown up watching Hong Kong films and dramas. So you name any artist from Hong Kong, I'm sure many Malaysian Chinese, especially my generation, will know. Long before Korean drama come into picture. So that's why when any Hong Kong artists or singers have concerts in Kuala Lumpur, it is always a sold-out concert. And for your information, Excellency, Jackie Cheung is coming next weekend. For 2 weekends in concurrently. I am very proud that I had the opportunity to witness and participate in a meeting between our Prime Minister, Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim, and Mr. John Lee yesterday. It was a very fruitful and very meaningful discussion, over 45 minutes just between the two great leaders. And I must say that I observe a lot of passion in the presentation by Mr. John Lee. His passion of developing Hong Kong, of furthering the progress of Hong Kong. And I'm sure Hong Kong is in the good hands of the Chief Executive. And based on my observations and what I heard from Mr. John Lee, there are a few new areas of focus that the Hong Kong government would like to develop further. One that struck me is the focus on air cargo transportation, and particularly the focus of Hong Kong government to make Hong Kong Airport as the international air cargo hub. Of course, this is related to my portfolio as the Minister of Transport, and this is where I observe there are a lot of areas of collaboration and cooperation and business opportunities for both Hong Kong and Malaysia. While I know that Hong Kong Airport is very efficient and internationally known as an air cargo hub, I think we can offer a partnership and collaboration to Hong Kong as well. Because the airport that you landed, Chief Executive, in KLIA, Kuala Lumpur International Airport, it is not just an airport. Our vision is to make KLIA as an aeropolis. It is an area of 10 kilometer by 10 kilometer. It is 100 square kilometer wide, huge area, and we want to turn that into an aeropolis, not just an airport, but an air cargo hub as well. But of course, Malaysia can position ourselves as a regional hub for the entire ASEAN. ASEAN is a huge market as well, more than 600 million population. And the competitive advantage that we have in Malaysia and in Kuala Lumpur is that KLIA is the home airport for one of the largest and the best low-cost airline in the world, AirAsia. From Kuala Lumpur, we fly to almost all destinations within the ASEAN region. So I can see that there is a strong collaboration that can happen between Kuala Lumpur International Airport and Hong Kong International Airport. We can both make use as this hub, from KLIA as a regional ASEAN hub to Hong Kong. And the other observation that I can see, because when you said that you want to focus to make Hong Kong Airport as an international air cargo hub, I see that there is another opportunity for Malaysia and for Hong Kong as well. There is a nearby city, a nearby region to Hong Kong, Sabah. For your information, from Kota Kinabalu to fly to Hong Kong, it is actually nearer to fly to Hong Kong than to Kuala Lumpur. From KK, it's almost just 2 hours flight to Hong Kong, but Sabah or Kota Kinabalu coming to Kuala Lumpur is almost 2 hours and 45 minutes. So it's actually a region nearer to Hong Kong than to Kuala Lumpur. Sabah is well known for its seafood, and I know that a lot of Hong Kong tourists go to Sabah purposely to have seafood. A lot of tiger prawns, a lot of grouper, fish, and a lot of Hong Kong tourists love to come to Sabah for their seafood. Well, I can think of and imagine that I hope that one day our Sabah tiger prawn or Sabah grouper can be as well known as Alaska crab. How do we market Sabah prawn to the rest of the world? We need logistics. We need to export our prawns, our seafood, to the entire world. Of course, we can work together. Sabah as an seafood export destination, that we can use Hong Kong Airport as the air cargo hub for international market. So this is where I think that there are a lot of opportunities to work together in this respect. On another note, on another area that I observe that there are strong opportunities for collaboration will be our Johor Bahru region or our Iskandar region in the southern part of Malaysia. Because that happens to the constituency of my friend, Mr. Liu Chintong. His constituency is in Iskandar Puteri. It's just next door to Singapore. And the Prime Minister has just announced yesterday that under our new economic framework, we want to make Johor Bahru as a special financial zone, where special tax incentive will be given, and special personal income tax will be applied to those working in that region. And for foreigners, we will give dedicated special lane for immigration clearance and also multiple visa entry. All this sounds very familiar to Hong Kong. This is what we call special border economy. And Hong Kong is one of the pioneers in this economic model, where you have Hong Kong and Shenzhen, and right now the Greater Bay Area. It is an integrated economy of few regions, of few cities coming together, and we have to utilize the strength of each particular city. So we want to turn our southern region as one important financial region and investment destination. And to add on to that, one of the most significant projects being undertaken by Ministry of Transport is to develop a rail transport system, or rail transit system, RTS, between Johor Bahru and Singapore. And this rail system will commence on 1st of January 2027. My recent visit to Hong Kong is to have established relationship with MTR Hong Kong. And this is one area that we have invited MTR Hong Kong to participate together with MRT Corp Malaysia to develop transit-oriented development in the station connecting to Singapore. So this is where I think there are a lot of opportunities and collaboration for both Hong Kong and Malaysian business community to work together and to collaborate. And we want to tap into your experience and your expertise in developing border economy. So I hope that there are a lot of opportunities and collaboration efforts that can be undertaken by both Hong Kong and Malaysian business community. Last, I would like to take this opportunity to also acknowledge our Malaysian business community in Hong Kong. And I want to particularly thank Dato' Sri Chia Cheng Hai for spearheading this effort. I'm pleased that Malaysians based in Hong Kong and friends of Malaysia, have set up a Malaysian Chamber of Commerce, which has grown quickly to about 700 members right now in Hong Kong. The Chamber has been a big help to the numerous young Malaysians who have taken up university education in Hong Kong. The Chamber has so far raised 15.6 million Hong Kong dollar, entirely from voluntary donations in the past several years for student fund dedicated to Malaysians studying in Hong Kong and Macau. Scholarships in cash to cover living expenses have been given in the past several years to 130 Malaysian students in Hong Kong. So far, 10 million Hong Kong dollar has been disbursed to the students. I would like to express my deep appreciation to Mr. Richard Ree, who I understand is a member of your delegation, for donating 1.5 billion Hong Kong dollar in cash to the Malaysian Student Fund, without asking for anything in return, of course. Of course, Mr. Richard Ree is also a very well-known personality, not only in Hong Kong, I'm sure in Malaysia, many people know you as well. I also appreciate the generosity of other members and organizations in your delegation, including Dato' Sri Chia Cheng Hai, as well as the Chamber's Chairman, Dato' Casey Gan, for their cash donations, which total over 1 million Hong Kong dollars. Thank you for your helping hand to Malaysians who are studying in Hong Kong and Macau. And yesterday, during our conversation between the Prime Minister and Chief Executive, the Prime Minister also mentioned that he hopes to have more Malaysian students studying in Hong Kong University, because one great Malaysian scholar, Professor Wang Gungwu, once taught in Hong Kong University, and he hopes to see more academic collaboration as well between Malaysia and Hong Kong. So, to end my speech, I just want to hope that together we will prosper, and Malaysia is a very important friend and a very good friend, not only to Hong Kong, but also to the People's Republic of China. And Ambassador will know this, and Ambassador can share this with the Chief Executive, that Malaysia and China share a very, very strong relationship. Next year is our 50th anniversary in terms of Malaysia-China bilateral relationship. And there will be a big celebration next year, both in China and in Malaysia. And I hope that next year we'll see more events and more exchanges between our both countries. Once again, thank you very much. 祝各位合作愉快，多謝晒。
多謝晒 Young Muhammad Anthony Loke. Now during Young Muhammad's speech, he mentioned about TVB drama. While TVB drama serves beyond entertainment purposes, it is the way most Malaysians learn how to speak the language Cantonese. Thank you so much, Young Muhammad Anthony Loke, for that insightful speech. And we hope that one day, like what you said, Sabah prawn will be as famous, maybe even more famous than Alaskan crab. Now,
Loke Siu Fook, Deputy Minister Liu Chin Tong, Dr. Peter Lam, and of course, Honorable Ambassador Au Yang, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. Selamat Tengah Hari. I must first of all thank Honorable Minister Anthony Loke for his very kind words, particularly in Cantonese. I feel very warm at heart whenever he uses his kind word in Cantonese, and I think the Hong Kong delegations feel the same. I agree and welcome all the suggestions by Honorable Anthony Loke regarding our cooperation. We see eye to eye in a lot of things, and we think alike. And more than that, we act alike. He and I both wear red tie for this lunch without we talking to each other. But we talk to each other now very warmly and very closely, and that reflects the close bonding between Hong Kong and Malaysia. This is my first visit to Malaysia since I took office as the Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the PRC. It is great to be in beautiful Malaysia, to enjoy its famous hospitality, to take in the truly amazing sights and sounds of Kuala Lumpur, to marvel at the diversity in this vibrant country. I'm also grateful to Honorable Minister Loke and Deputy Minister Liu for being with us today. Your kind presence graces the occasion and showcases the strong friendship between Hong Kong and Malaysia. I have brought with me 30 business leaders from such fields as finance, logistics, legal services, innovation and technology, etc., etc. And they represent the 5 most senior officials that come with me as well. Those 5 most senior officials join me to ensure that we tell the Hong Kong story to as widely an audience as possible. We are all together on a 1-week-long trip in ASEAN. We're here on a mission. Our task is to explore successful partnerships with Malaysia and the wider ASEAN region, to take our people-to-people, business-to-business, and government-to-government relations on a new and exciting level. Unlike the famous action movie screened at the cinema now, we are not here on an impossible mission. Instead, we're here on a mission possible. with a big cast of stars in my delegation. Let me set the scene. Earlier this year, President Xi Jinping met with Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim in Beijing. President Xi noted that this year marks the 10th anniversary of the establishment of the comprehensive strategic partnership between China and Malaysia. He urged us all to advance the steady growth of China-Malaysia relations and strive for greater progress, injecting new impetus to promote prosperity of the two countries and the region. In this spirit of renewed friendship, we embark on our mission here. Our trip comes at a crucial time. Hong Kong, Asia, and the world at large are on the path to normalcy after 3 long-suffering years of the pandemic. But the path ahead is full of challenges. Geopolitical tensions, supply chain interruptions, and inflationary pressures have all been dragging the global economic recovery. Consider some statistics. According to the OECD Economic Outlook issued last month, global GDP growth this year is projected to be 2.7%, the lowest annual rate since the global financial crisis in 2008, with the exception of the pandemic year of 2020. Mainland China is a bright spot in the outlook, with 5.4% GDP growth predicted for the full year of 2023. In Hong Kong, thanks to a strong revival of local consumption and much welcome return of tourists, we are expecting growth between 3.5 to 5.5% for 2023. Meanwhile, Malaysia's economic performance is also most encouraging. Last year, the Malaysian economy grew by 8.7%, the highest growth recorded in decades. As for the ASEAN bloc, economic growth is forecast to be 4.6% in 2023. These figures speak a simple truth, that the world's economic center of gravity is moving eastwards. And it is crucial for us to do all we can in capitalizing on this trend of robust growth in our region. For Hong Kong, economic resilience is underpinned by the enduring success of the one country, two systems principle. The unique beauty of one country, two systems is that it also ensures that our city remains openly connected to the rest of the world. This global connectivity is deeply rooted in our world-class financial system, our low and simple tax system, our free port status, as well as the free flows of people, ideas, and data. Hong Kong is the only city in China which practices common law. English is an official language alongside Chinese. All this is music to the ears of our international business community. It also helps to explain why Hong Kong continues to be ranked as the world's freest economy. In fact, Hong Kong is the only place in the world where the global advantage and the China advantage converge in one single city. This convergence of advantages allows us to thrive in the Greater Bay Area development, or the GBA. Encompassing Hong Kong, Macau, and 9 major cities in southern China, the GBA is home to some 86 million consumers. It has a combined GDP of about $1.9 trillion in 2022, equivalent to the world's 10th largest economy. Hong Kong brings to the GBA our international experience and expertise in finance and trade, our global aviation leadership, as well as world-class professional services, to name but a few. We welcome Malaysian enterprises and entrepreneurs to partner with Hong Kong to tap into the area's promising business and investment opportunities. The GBA, with its prime geographical location, is intrinsic to the Belt and Road Initiative. In turn, this amplifies Hong Kong's capabilities as a conduit between our country and the rest of the world. From trade, commerce, and professional services to green finance, voluntary carbon trading, and cultural exchanges, we see manifold advantages in cooperating with Belt and Road economies and contributing as a springboard for their better access to opportunities in China. All these are mission possible with the array of one country system advantages I have mentioned earlier. On that note, Hong Kong is going to hold the 8th edition of the annual Belt and Road Summit come September. This high-level international event will bring together government and business leaders from around the world and provide a valuable platform to facilitate cooperation and foster friendly relations. I sincerely welcome our friends from Malaysia to join us for this signature event. Our invitations are certainly not confined to a single event. Last year, we introduced a series of major initiatives to better facilitate and attract enterprises and talents to Hong Kong. We established a new Hong Kong Investment Corporation to identify and target promising investment opportunities. This is brand new. We are setting up a co-investment fund of 30 billion Hong Kong dollars, equivalent to $3.8 billion US dollars, to attract companies to Hong Kong and invest in them. We are particularly keen on attracting businesses that excel in such areas as health technology, AI, fintech, and data science to come to Hong Kong and leverage the abundant opportunities we offer. For professionals, a new top talent path scheme was introduced to entice talents from around the world to pursue their careers, establish their businesses, or simply make a home in Hong Kong. We welcome Malaysian enterprises and talents to realize your potentials in Hong Kong through Hong Kong. Our colleagues in Invest Hong Kong and the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office will be happy to share with you our many partnership programs and opportunities. Now that our economies are getting back on track after the pandemic, we're eager to capitalize on mutually beneficial arrangements such as the free trade agreement between ASEAN and Hong Kong. ASEAN is our second largest trading partner in the world. The value of our merchandise trade amounted to 165 billion US dollars last year. Meanwhile, Hong Kong's bilateral trade in goods with Malaysia reached 28 billion US dollars last year, marking the country our 9th largest trading partner in the world. We will continue to leverage our connectivity with the mainland and the international markets to promote high-quality development for all. To achieve that, Hong Kong is eager to join RCEP, the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which came into full force last year and is now the world's largest FTA. We are thankful for and will continue to count on Malaysia's support for Hong Kong's accession to RCEP. Hong Kong is determined to make full use of the one country, two systems advantages to bring common prosperity to Malaysia, as well as the rest of the RCEP community. That is why I'm pleased to be witnessing the signing of 11 MOUs and agreements between Hong Kong and Malaysia today. They cover a number of key areas, including trade and finance, railway and property development, digital transformation, and fintech. What's more, I'm delighted to note that the Malaysian government has extended the visa-free stay period in Malaysia from 1 month to 90 days for holders of the Hong Kong SAR passport. Thank you, Malaysia. As you all know, Malaysia has long been a popular destination for Hong Kong business people and tourists. This is certainly a milestone in strengthening our economic and trade ties and reinforcing our people-to-people exchange and friendship. That friendship of our peoples, of course, has long been established with the popularity of Hong Kong's TV shows and pop music in the Cantonese-speaking and wider community in Malaysia. The friendship is also reflected by how Hong Kong cinema goers celebrated and shared the joy when Michelle Yeoh won multiple Best Actress awards globally. Our common language that reflects our common language on entertainment business and friendship, which has brightened up our people-to-people exchanges. I'm sure those exchanges will be filled with even more fun with our brand new attractions. Yes, Hong Kong continues to dazzle with the signature skyline along Victoria Harbour, our vibrant wine and dine scenes filled with Michelin-starred restaurants, as well as the proximity to breathtaking views in our many country parks and hiking trails. And now, you can also marvel at the latest additions to our cultural metropolis, such as the Hong Kong Palace Museum, which showcases national treasures from Beijing's Forbidden City, and our Global Visual Art Museum, M+. They are all situated in the burgeoning West Kowloon Cultural District, alongside other art avenues by the sea. For other ways to enjoy some fun with water, visit the Ocean Park's Water World, Asia's first all-weather, year-round waterfront water park. Or, if you are looking for other ways to chill out, Hong Kong Disneyland Resort will open the world's first and biggest themed land on the Frozen movies later this year. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm confident that our relations will continue to soar to new heights. And I invite each and every one of you to join us on our mission to explore new successful partnerships between Hong Kong and Malaysia. I know that it will be Malaysia's Independence Day next month, as it goes in Malaysia's national motto, "Unity is strength." I wish you all a happy Independence Day. And let's unite together to bring new strength to our cooperation. Please enjoy the lunch. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. John Lee, for the brilliant speech, for sharing your insight, your aspiration, the good news that you have for us, and more importantly, for introducing us to the places that you must visit, personally endorsed by him during his speech. Now, in the speech of Mr. John Lee, he has mentioned that 11 MOUs were signed during this trip to Malaysia. So it is a time for us to appreciate these 11 win-win collaborations that have been established by inviting the partners to go on stage for a photo opportunity. Now, without further ado, I would like to welcome Ms. Margaret Pham of HKTDC and Tan Sri Dato So Tian Lai of NCCIM to proceed on stage for the photo op. Together with Dr. Sunny Chai, Chairman of Federation of Hong Kong Industries, Dr. Rex Aoyong of MTR Corporation Limited, Tan Sri Barzil Ahmad Abdul Majid of MRT, Tan Sri Dato David Chiu of Far East Group, Mr. Bo Kwak of Shangri-La International Hotel Management Private Limited, Professor Freddie Boy of City University of Hong Kong, and Mr. Mahathir Aziz of MDAC. Now joining all of our VIPs on stage for this momentous photo session, I would like to once again invite on stage Mr. John Lee and Young Muhammad Anthony Loke to grace our stage. Now these 11 different MOUs that were signed cover key areas of trade, finance, fintech, IT, properties, startups, and transportation, exemplifying the increasing collaboration between Malaysia and Hong Kong as we look to strengthen and advance the economies of both nations. Now, Mr. Margaret and gentlemen, please kindly look to the center. Big smile. Alright, can we have, once you have taken your picture, can you please kindly move aside so that our press at the back can also get a better shot? 嗱，有請我哋前面嘅朋友，如果要影好咗咧，麻煩你嚟翻埋位坐下，因為我哋後邊嘅記者朋友想影張官方照。前面嘅坐低唔該。All right, please kindly be seated. Everyone, now you need to look far to the back. Big smile. Just now in Mr. John Lee's speech, he mentioned that we are not on a mission impossible, but mission possible. But I would like to echo Mikey, impossible is nothing, just do it. Alright, thank you so much to all our VIPs on stage. To remain Young Muhammad and Mr. John Lee on stage. To our other VIPs, you may return to your seat. And for our second photo opportunity, I would like to invite the very generous Mr. Richard Lee of Pacific Century Group. Thank you so much, Mr. Richard Lee, for the contribution to all our future generation in terms of your donation. Next, I'll invite from FWD Group, Professor Frederick Ma, Mr. Aman Chala of FWD Insurance, Ms. Lee Tianxi of CCD International Holding Limited, Dr. Wan Rasli of Apin Group, Mr. Simon Chan of Hong Kong Cyberfraud Management Company Limited, Mr. Simon Long of VLab, Dr. Omar Siddiq of HSBC Malaysia, Ms. Luan Lim of HSBC, Mr. Thomas Chow of Bobby Partners, Mr. Andy Lau of ANA Limited, and Mr. Christopher Kaur of My Town Shopping Center. Now to our dear friends at the back, please be patient, we'll let them think, I'll get them to be seated, and then it's your turn. Now to all our guests on stage, you know what to do. Big smile for the camera at the center. And if you have gotten a shot to all of our dear friends right here, please be seated because our official press members would like to get a photo too. Alright, now it's your time to see how far you can see. Test your eyesight. Look at our members of the media at the back and give your brightest smile. Thank you so much to all our VIPs and our guests of honor on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand to thank all of them and congratulations on forming this win-win partnership that will really continue to grow and prosper. You may return to your seat and enjoy the scrumptious luncheon that we have specially prepared for you. With all the formality done and dusted, it is time for you to feast, drink, and be merry. We have prepared good food, but even better company for you to connect and network with like-minded individuals seated at your table. There is a success in business, being the right place, doing the right thing, knowing the right people. Now, in this luncheon, you can meet the right people, do the right thing, and this is definitely the right place and time.
Semua laju lain macam ah.
Over there, thank you.
Makan. Kita tak boleh tunggu kat mana. Di sini dulu lah.
Dia nak buat apa ni?
Just wondering why you all gathered. All right.
I think we all can enjoy your lunch first. Later, when Anthony finishes lunch, we'll lunch you guys home.
No, I'm just wondering.
BBC ah.
Gary.